Boljoff versus the rest as far as tactics will be concerned. Away they go, and they jumped away in a good line. Boljoff was the first to break out, and lead settling down with Try the Cellar going with it hard in the early stages. Nylad drops in behind to take the box seat, and also kicking up as Langy Lad to be one of the front runners. Derby Downs is out a bit wider, about 4 lengths away Shelbourne, and about 10 lengths away Last as Final Mission. Boljoff leads them down to the course proper with 1200 to go by 3 lengths now to Nylad, Langy Lad. Derby Downs is going forward nicely between those horses, and they're followed further back by Try the Cellar. 4 lengths to Shelbourne, and 20 lengths away Last is Final Mission. Boljoff at the 1,000-metre mark leads by 4. Nylad is under restraint in second place, seems to have balanced up well. Third on the outside, Derby Downs out 3 wide as Langy Lad. Another 3 away, Try the Cellar, and they're followed by Shelbourne, and still 20 lengths to Final Mission. 800 out, Boljoff the leader by 5 lengths. Derby Downs puts his head into second place, is going up nicely with Nylad. They're closing the gap on the leader. 3 lengths away then Langy Lad, and they're followed by Try the Cellar and Shelbourne. Boljoff leads them up to the 600, only 2 lengths to Derby Downs, which is gulping the ground up on the outside. Nylad is now under pressure. They're followed further back by Langy Lad, and then Try the Cellar. Boljoff by a half to Derby Downs the outside. They're fighting it out by 3 lengths at the 400 to Nylad. Another 3 further back, Try the Cellar. Big Derby Downs, it looks as though he's getting the better of Boljoff on the bend. Derby Downs by about a neck to Boljoff, 2 lengths away Nylad. Derby Downs has got the upper hand now from the favourite, dashes to the front. Derby Downs is clear from Boljoff, then Nylad and Shelbourne. Derby Downs in front at the 100-metre mark by 2 lengths to Little Nylad, who's battling on well. Derby Downs is going to the line pretty strongly though. He'll win it nicely by 1 length and a quarter to Nylad. 3 lengths away Boljoff, then Shelbourne. Further back was Try the Cellar, Langy Lad, and about 5 lengths away Last Final Mission.
Lohimar very, very fidgety. Lights on now. Racing. Fair start. Lohimar jumped away okay on the inside. Star Probe out wide, got away well. Derby Downs showing a bit of speed with our Probe. Can't get on the track from our silo. Little Dav the centre fast. Tumble the rail, a compact field. Derby Downs is next, only about 3.5 to 4 off the lead. They were followed by Gay Trebo getting through the centre, and then Thurzo and one of the last Lockhurst, 5 lengths, the Imp tailing out. 800 to go. Lohimar on top, nearly a full length now to Tipperary Tim, whose rider sitting quietly. Little Dav goes up third. Fast Tumble secures a rails run, 2 lengths away. Then Derby Downs inside our silos. They sharpen the sprint now. Another length then to Lockhurst, followed by Gay Trebo. Thurzo, Star Probe's gone, and the Imp getting past it on the turn. And here the leader Lohimar by a length, the Little Dav after it, followed then by Tipperary Tim. Hard ridden next to Derby Downs, improving, and then came Fast Tumble but struggling, and therefore to Lockhurst. As they turn for home, Lohimar the leader, a half to 3/4, Little Dav after it. Derby Downs the grey is cutting loose down the outside. He's a threat, and further back then came Tipperary Tim beaten, so's Fast Tumble, but the grey Derby Downs is ranged up with them. Lohimar the inside, shaded by Derby Downs. He's coming home better, the local horse. And the grey, he's hard to catch on his day, but today was one of them, and he's won at a length, Lohimar. Third, Little Dav, followed back behind them by Fast Tumble, then Lockhurst coming home well from Tipperary Tim. Then Thurzo, 8 lengths, Gay Trebo, followed further back then by the Imp, and well back behind those Star Probe and our solo last.
Stand in, the starters on the platform. Stand by for the start now. Light is on. Racing, Prince of Norridom near the inside, and Derby Downs were first to break. Out a little further on the track, Redita is going very quickly with Muddy Waters, Zamalad, and Northern Waters will drop out the last. Derby Downs, the grey, will take over and gets across to the rails to show in front with Redita up on the outside, taking this leader on, and Redita will now sweep to the lead about a half length to Derby Downs as they run down past the 1,600-metre mark. A length and a half to Prince Norridom over on the outside, Muddy Water. 2 lengths away then came Zamalad, and the best part of 2 to 2.5 lengths back in last placing was Northern Waters.
So they swing into view now and race down past the 1,400-metre point, past the riverside of the course, and it's Redita pulling very hard, pulling his head off out in front, about a length and a half in front of Derby. Derby Downs pulling his way up into second place. Caught 3 wide early there is Muddy Water, trying to get back, tuck in there, but Letts is keeping him out wide, beautifully positioned on Prince of Norodom in third place. 2 lengths further back, making next making up ground is Zamalad, and tailing the field, going for an inside run as they go up the hill is Northern Waters.
In the view they come, and Redita is the leader, about 3 parts of a length in front of Derby Downs at the 1,000 metre mark. A length and a half further back to Prince of Norodom, closely trailed then by Muddy Water, is still a bit deep on the track as Zamalad kicks up between horses and is going out after the leading pair, and 2.5 lengths to Northern Waters, which is the last one. There's Zamalad and Derby Downs in front now as they commence the downhill run with about 750 metres left to go. Redita is still there, being scrubbed along on the rails to hold the rails position. They're out by 2.5 lengths to Prince of Norodom in third placing. 2 lengths away then came Muddy Water, who's back in second last placing, and Northern Waters commencing a move from the rear of the field. Derby Downs took over, approaching the home turn now at the bottom of the hill to show in front to Zamalad by a length. A neck on the inside, Redita, a length and a half, Prince Norodom. Northern Waters in behind those. Around the home turn now with about 350 left to go, and Derby Downs the grey in front, about a length clear to Redita, battling away on the inside. Prince of Norodom has let go down the outside now and coming home very well. Let's went for the whip at the 200 metre mark as Prince of Norodom and Derby Downs. Derby Downs in front, about a length clear to Prince of Norodom. Down with about 50 to 60 metres to go, and Derby Downs is holding the lead. Prince of Norodom trying to get to it, but Derby Downs wins. Derby Downs are home by a long neck to a half length. Prince of Norodom second. Tight for third. Redita over on the inside, or Muddy Water for the kind of money of third. They are clear the Northern Waters, and Zamalad was the last one home.
Only a field of 8, enough for 3 dividends. Lights on, they're racing. And the grey Derby Downs flew away, was one of the first to bounce out from Muddy Water on the inside, quickly in the stride, and head for space is showing great speed to head them all off in the early stages. Just in behind them, settling down Redita, and they're followed by Hollinger, Fast Tumble up on the outside. Rare Decision going up into about 4th place. And the little filly has dropped out to be last. That's Zemma. She's about 3 lengths off the lead. Down to the judge the first time, and Head for Space is doing just that. He's got a big space. He's out 5 lengths in front of Derby Downs. 2 lengths to Muddy Water. They're followed by Rare Decision racing next on the outside of Redita. A length and a half further back to Hollinger. 2 lengths further back, Fast Tumble, and 2 lengths away last is Zemma. Well, Head for Space, a great stayer, is going to try and run them off their legs as they swing to the back of the course. Head for Space by 5 lengths. Second is Derby Downs. 3 lengths further back then, Muddy Water at the 1500. They're followed by Redita. Further back then was Rare Decision on the outside of Hollinger, saving ground. 2 lengths further back, Fast Tumble, and Little Zammer is starting a run on the outside. They swing into the back straight now, and they've got to climb the hill. This is the tester, and the leader Head for Space by 4 lengths to Derby Downs. 3 lengths further back, Muddy Water. Redita going forward under a good grip. They're followed by Hollinger getting right through along the inside rail to force that runner out 3 wide now. It's got a beautiful rails run, Hollinger, right up behind the leader. They're followed by Muddy Water, Fast Tumble, Rare Decision lost its spot. And last of all is Zemma. On top of the hill, 1,000 metres to travel. And Head for Space leads by 2 lengths to Derby Downs. Running third, Hollinger's been a perfect ride so far. Next on the outside, Redita. Then Fast Tumble. Further out in the track then was Muddy Water from Rare Decision, and Zemma down the hill, and he's off again. The old grandfather jockey, Des Coleman, on Head for Space has dashed it clear by 3 lengths to Derby Downs. Hollinger about to get off the fence is the danger, and they're followed by Redita. 2 or 3 lengths away, Fast Tumble, Rare Decision. Muddy Waters dropping out of it from Zemma. Racing to the home turn, 500 to go. Head for Space by 2 lengths to Hollinger, getting up on the inside rail again. They're followed by Derby Downs. Fast Tumble is coming home well. And further back, Redita. Head for Space about to be tackled by both Derby Downs and Hollinger. Further back was Fast Tumble. It's the grey Derby Downs going up to draw level with Head for Space. Head for Space and Derby Downs. They're clear of Hollinger, Redita, and then Rare Decision. Head for Space is still in front. The old boy's going to do it. He's too good for these. And getting home, Head for Space wins from Derby Downs, dead heat third, between the Redita, Rare Decision, and Hollinger. Further back was Fast Tumble, Zemma, and Muddy Water. Side runner, he's been very easy in the market. Something about it, he'll appreciate the sun. Away they go, and way to a fairly even start with Mossland showing insufficient speed to hold the lead, and he's gone right back through the field. Changed the tune best out. Look at Snooks and Pie, worked across from the outside with Lady Vanessa up there today.
Gold Kildare jumped away fast. Muddy Water being scrubbed up early to try and get a good spot. They're followed by Benny the Tsar in the early stages. Coral Coast was out 3 or 4 wide. Steelmont is going up 3 deep ahead of it, now cutting across to be 1 off the rail. They're followed further back in the field by Mossland. Great Kildare is there. They're followed by Disco Gambler, Ron Lee Gem, Derby Downs further back in the field from Wallingford, and Tamanor brought up the rear. They've gone to the 1,000-metre mark in the Cup, and the leader changed the tune by 3/4. Snooks and Pies right there on the pace. In third place, Gold Kildare might be out of 3 horses wide, getting through in the middle, Steelmont. Also well placed over on the inside rail is Lady Vanessa. They're followed further back in the field by Muddy Water, now starting to fill up his spot after being pushed along early. Further back, Coral Coast. They're followed by Mossland on the inside from Benny the Tsar. Further back, Disco Gambler, Derby Downs is there. Gold Kildare, Wallingford is further back from Tamanor. They're in the straight now in the Cup. They've got about 400 to go, and the leader changed the tune. Only a head in front, coming out at Snooks and Pie. The outside, the whips are cracking. Changed the tune's booted. It's a length and a half in front of Snooks and Pie. They're followed by Gold Kildare. Mossland running on. It's changed the tune to the 200. Desperately ridden about a length in front. Snooks and Pie is burrowing away. They're followed by Mossland, starting to fly now. Look at Mossland, and here's Derby Downs, the big grey. Derby Downs is flying. Change the tune. Mossland, Derby Downs, Mossland. Mossland's running those to Derby Downs. Nose to change the tune. You wouldn't get the trifecta in 100 picks. Further back was Tamalor, Snooks and Pie. Lady Vanessa. Further back in the field, Gold Kildare, Muddy Water, Benny the Tsar, Steelmont, Ron Lee Gem from Coral Coast. Further back was Wallingford, then Disco Gambler, and last of all was Grey Kildare.
Galilee Handicap, lights on. Racing now, missing at McLenalaw on the inside, and Grey Kildare won the start from Benny the Tsar. Manhattan let out deep. Going fast too was Colonial Flag, and pushing right through it on the inside, Royal Proxy to get on terms. Just in behind those Derby Downs, followed further back behind the pack then by McLenalaw. Tamanor's gone up quickly to about 3rd and 4th early. Regaff well back about 5th and 6th last there. Further back, Marcus Esquire, Turf Face, Sunny Sostine, and Wide Out, and last is Rough Estimate. Along the far side, they hunt inside the 1400, and here the leader now is Manhattan Lad by a length. To in second placing, Muddy Water going to second. Third placing, Royal Proxy inside of Tamanor. Then Benny the Tsar on the inside of Grey Kildare going up to it. They were followed in that division too by Derby Downs, and there with them was Colonial Flag in between runners. Over on the outside, Regaff, and right around the Marcus Esquire, and the last 4 in a line are Turf Face, Sunny Sostine, Rough Estimate, and McLenalaw. Down the side they go to the 900, and Manhattan Ladder neck in front of Muddy Water, getting it quickly. 2 lengths away, Tamanor running up on the outside of Royal Proxy, who's still there. 2 lengths, Colonial Flag joining in. Benny the Tsar hard ridden, followed further back then by Grey Kildare, Derby Downs, then Marcus Esquire, Regaff making a bit of a run, then McLenalaw, Turf Face, Sunny Sostine, and Rough Estimate. Muddy Water has got to the lead at the 600 from Tamanor. Royal Proxy running on, then Colonial Flag. Grey Kildare will be 5 and 6 deep for home, and Marcus Esquire will be wider. Beaten off on the inside of Benny the Tsar was Manhattan Lad. Then further back came Derby Downs, homeward bound Tamanor and Colonial Flag running to Muddy Water, and just behind them Royal Proxy, followed by Grey Kildare, Marcus Esquire. Out wide on the track, Colonial Flag goes to a narrow lead from Tamanor at the 200. Derby Downs is joining in quickly. Oh, Derby Downs is cutting them down out wide. He's ranged to the lead. Derby Downs starting to drift to the centre, is coming home too well for them though, and the grey Derby Downs wins it nicely. A length and a half on the line to Colonial Flag. Turf Face rattled home for 3rd. Royal Proxy, Tamanor in a line with Regaff out deep, storming into it. Then Grey Kildare, Marcus Esquire, Sunny Sostine, Benny the Tsar well back. He beat 4 home. They were Muddy Water, followed further back by Rough Estimate. Manhattan Lad a long way back with McLenalaw pulling up very quickly.